Hey everybody, it's Ray's Readings and Oyuk. We are back again for another extended reading for everybody. So we did just record part 1 over on Instagram. So if you haven't checked that out, there is a link below for that. I highly recommend that you sit through that one before tuning into this one. All right, guys. So before we get into this reading, I'm just going to give you all a very quick explanation on my buddy here, Oyuk. So this is Oyuk. He is handmade by me. He was an idea that was channeled to me last year sometime through Spirit. They let me know that this little fluffy teal friend wanted to come through. He wanted to manifest it in the physical so that he could be here to encourage me to be able to speak my truth, as well as to support me on a mental, physical, emotional, spiritual level. So he is not just something that I bought or purchased. He is handmade, and he is basically like a spirit guide channeled into this physical form in short. So if you would like to know more information about him and the whole Fluffy Friends project that I've been working on for some time now, I do have some things out there that you can check out. There's a video and a couple posts on my Instagram where I explain the whole thing a little bit more and give you some more info. And then I do have a Patreon page where I have about 4 or 5 other videos on there right now explaining the whole Fluffy Friends project in more depth, the meaning and purpose of it, as well as kind of more of an in-depth look at the process it takes to make one of these guys. All right, guys, so if you're interested in that, please go check it out. There are some links below that will lead you to that. You just might have to do a little bit of digging. All right, so before we get into the cards, let's start off with the singing bowl, joining together for some energetic cleaning, clearing, cleansing, and just get ourselves in the right mindset for this reading today. All right, so let's do that. Alrighty, guys, so I hope you were all doing well out there, staying safe, staying in love as much as possible, and staying away from fear as much as possible as well. Don't mind me, I'm just getting a little more chapstick so I can do this properly without feeling like my lips are super dry. Alright, so again, highly recommend that you watch part 1 over on Instagram if you haven't already, but I'll just give you a quick gist of what came out so far. So we did the 3-card spread as usual. And we got the Star coming out, then we have the 3 of Pentacles coming out, and then we have the Hanged Man in reverse. So the energy here is basically the Hangman in reverse is symbolizing that we did have a period in the past where we needed to go within. We really needed to find some silence, some rest, some contemplation, meditation, all that good stuff. But this card is in reverse, so it's saying that we've already done this. We've already achieve this, so now it's time to get out of this energy. And what have we gotten out of that energy is we found a lot more inspiration, enlightenment, motivation to move forward. I was even getting divine inspiration, and with the 3 of Pentacles here, we're getting a lot of stability. We're really working on something. It's like we're collaborating with, it's us, somebody or something else, and then the universe, all collaborating and working together to really build and expand and grow on something with this mountain here within this card. So we're coming out of the darkness, out of a period of darkness, we're coming back into the light, and we're learning to really appreciate the light itself. So we're going to get, excuse me, oh goodness, we're going to get more cards from this deck. We're going to see what needs to come out. So the deck has been very jumpy today, very kind of crazy and sporadic. So it's almost like you got hit with the inspiration. Now you're like, oh my god, we gotta we gotta get out and do some things. We gotta build some things. We gotta do this, do that, and I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do that. Like, that's the energy that I'm getting here with these cards. It's very interesting for sure. I'm getting it's almost like if you're into human design, it's like a manifesting generator, which is what I am, or like a generator manifester type. No, it's a generator type energy of just like having all of the energy and the gusto and being like, we gotta do it all now is the energy. So okay, very good. That's very good. That's in reverse. Let me just fix some things here, guys, so I feel like I can properly do this. I hope you're all doing well. Woo. All right. Okay, that wants to come out though. Let's see what else wants to come out. I'm gonna pull one more card. Okay, and then I'm gonna get another deck. This is coming out. Thing up right. Okay. Oh my goodness. Whew. This whole thing almost just fell. So again, guys, the deck is very like slippy and crazy and all over the place. I'm gonna pull from another deck I have and just see what else needs to come out. See how this deck is acting. I'm sure probably the same. So just move these out of the way. Let's see what needs to come out from this deck. So the first deck I was pulling from is the Wild Unknown Tarot deck, and then this one that I'm pulling from now is the Rider-Waite Tarot Gold Sun Edition. It really likes to come out and make itself known, and so it did not. Okay, yeah, so we have the Eight of Wands coming out, so that is highlighting that, oh my god, we gotta get it done now kind of energy that I'm getting. Okay, then we have the Magician in reverse. Interesting. I don't know if that's supposed to be in reverse, but we'll see. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands. So again, we have this like, like just all the gusto, full speed ahead, guns ablazing, motors are roaring, and I don't know. Okay, then we have the World. One more card. It's gonna be this one. Okay. So we have the Five of Swords twice. Interesting. Okay, Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So this has to do with commitment. So you might be getting into some new kind of commitment. I'm getting it probably more so has to do with like business and work related things, life purpose things, but you never know. Sorry guys, I'm just fussing with the shirt because it really wants to roll up on me. Okay, so let me just blah 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 blah. Sorry guys, sometimes I'll read as I pull. Sometimes I gotta pull them all out and then read them. And that's how it's going today. So we got the Nine of Pentacles coming out. So there's a lot of abundance. I'm getting a lot awaiting you with that kind of Three of Pentacles energy and all of that gusto, all of that motivation in what you're doing, what it is that you're building and working on. Because I'm getting that you are really building and working on something here, like something in the material, and it's really going to pay off big time for you with this Nine of Pentacles here. You know, you would only need one more pentacle, and this would be the Ten of Pentacles, which is like the complete package, all of the wealth, all of the abundance, all of the material stability. So something really big is paying off here, and I'm getting that it is like safe kept. It's like under safekeeping, like with these feathers surrounding it. These are very big, beautiful white feathers. So I'm almost getting like angel feathers. So it's like something that is like guaranteed for you on this path that you're on and you're pursuing. You know, you're here, you're doing your thing, you're listening to the divine inspiration, you're moving forward on this path, on this journey. You're putting in the time, the work, and the energy into manifesting this goal, putting the work and the time into this dream, trying to bring something into the material. And I'm getting that has to do with something that is going to make the world a better place. So it's like this abundance is assured for you. And if you're not seeing this abundance right now in your life as it is, it's like protected. And it's going to be there for you. It's like, again, it's like almost like a holy safe. I'm seeing like a little golden glowing white safe that is just holding all of this abundance that is like basically promised to you in some way for doing this work and being in this energy and this line of wanting to make the world a better place for everybody as a whole, not just for yourself. So it's like, this is here, this is waiting for you. If you haven't started to see this yet, the spoils of your labor, and it is just protected by the divine right now. And it's like they're kind of holding on to it and waiting until the time is right to unleash this, and everything you need will come at the exact time that you need it. So don't get anxious and in your head and thinking that this will not come, because it will. And you might see it in little spurts at first. You might not see it dump down on you all at once, but it will come. It is present. This energy is here. And like I said, it is really protected and held safe. Held safe. Like nothing is going to come in here and get in the way and steal it or anything like that. All right. So then we have the Five of Swords in reverse. So This is good that this energy is in reverse. And now we do have this card again. I just wanted to see the orientation of that, and I don't know where that went. Okay, because it flew so far. So again, guys, cards are very, very jumpy and all over the place today. That's kind of the energy that we are working with. Yeah, so it is in reverse. So 5 of Swords in reverse twice. To me, this is really, really talking about getting out of conflict. So you're no longer being in conflict with yourself, with the world around you, with the things that happen. To me, these 2 cards talking about this conflict and putting these swords down here in this card, ending the battle, choosing to walk away and take the high road. This is talking about this darkness that we were touching on in part 1. So again, if you haven't watched that, please go watch it or watch it after this one. But there was this darkness that you weren't wanting to face, but you have to, and you have to face it and deal with it. And it seems like you did. And so this darkness might have had to do with some kind of conflict in your life. I'm hearing it could have been conflict of interests between people. I'm getting messages about how you could have had, like, if you're, let's say you're focusing on a business for yourself, if you had like a business idea, you might have told somebody in your life who's fairly close to you. I'm just seeing 1111 on the clock right now. It's a very, very divine sign. Definitely look up angel number 1111 if you want to know more about that. But I'm seeing that you might have like said to a family member or a friend or something like, hey, I'm starting this business and I'm doing this and that, and this is what I believe, and I want to make the world a better place by doing this, this, and this. And this person might have been like, oh yeah, good luck with that. Like, you're not going to get anywhere with doing that. Puh, that's just ridiculous. How could you believe in that and put time into that? Well, you should get a real job, or you should do this instead, or blah, blah, blah. Just like all of the doubt and negativity and projections onto you, of what you should do, what the right thing to do is. And so it's like that was the conflict that was arising for you, something that you didn't want to have. So it's like you didn't want to give into the doubts and the fears. So that's why you had to go within and deal with that darkness that was coming up for you in your life. Maybe that comment really, really stuck with you and really had a hold on you for a while. So that's why you just needed to take some time out and like meditate on it and think about it. And it's like once you did that, you realized, okay, this person is just acting out of their own wounding. Maybe they had something that they believed in when they were younger, when they were your age, that they got talked out of as well, and they never pursued it. And so that's just their belief that they were fed and that they bought into, but it's not your responsibility to keep buying into that narrative, that behavior. So that is, again, something that you had to go within and face and address and move past, because their life and the way that they did things is not your responsibility to uphold. And you know this. So again, that's why we have this 5 of Swords coming out in reverse twice. Because again, this is not your battle to fight. There is no battle here if you don't make it one. It is not your responsibility to, talk back or fight back with this person or try to prove them wrong or anything like that. Your only responsibility here, your only thing that you owe yourself or anybody, is to just do what feels good for you, do what makes you happy, and chase after your dreams. That is, you owe it to yourself to do that, and you don't have to explain yourself to other people. So maybe that's something that you've been getting over with these 2 cards coming out, is knowing that you don't have to explain your every move to everybody, especially somebody that doesn't understand and doesn't care to understand and doesn't have it within them to empathize or be compassionate to you, your situation, what it is that you want and you're dreaming of. It's like just move on and let them do them and live life how they choose to live it. All right, so then we have the Daughter of Cups, or the Page of Cups, coming out. So I'm getting a few things. So this could be tied into this person or these people that I was just mentioning, being very emotionally immature. What else am I getting from this? So very interesting that we have the rainbow, though, carrying through. I don't know if you can see it too well, but the shadow on the water of this little swan gosling, whatever it may be, is a rainbow. And we did have this rainbow coming out here in the star card. So very interesting. So again, there's a lot of color, there's a lot of vibrancy. coming through in your life right now. And I am seeing that carried over here in the Six of Cups in reverse. So a lot of vibrancy and color coming back. So, okay, let's put that Daughter of Cups, that Page of Cups off to the side, because I'm getting more from the Six of Cups right now. So I'm getting that, you know, in your period, your Hanged Man period, where you sat with the darkness, you went within, you got comfortable with it, you unearthed a lot of the magic that was hidden under the surface. You know, you really got up close and personal is what I'm hearing with your magic, what it is that you have to offer here, what it is that you have to do, and that determination and that like moving forward, that gusto, that motivation. You really got personal and close and intimate with that. And again, it's like you uprooted all of that that inspiration, that life force, that vitality that was just lying dormant within you under the surface. You know, you uprooted those things. Now, normally I see this Six of Cups as a little bit more on the negative side, because it does symbolize kind of a lack of balance with giving and taking, especially like emotions. But to me, I'm seeing this in a more positive light. It's like something, you know, something needed to be dumped out, as these cards are all upside down. So I see like the whatever was within them being dumped out, and, you know, we have these roots hanging out on the top. And normally, you know, the root should stay in the ground of a tree. You want that tree to live. But it's like, what is this tree? This tree is that darkness. And and we're trying to get away from that darkness. So it's like we needed to rip that it's like, you know what it is? And I'm probably going to struggle trying to explain this, but it's like, oh, hello, puppy. Hi. Come here. Come here. Hold on, guys. Oh, oh, puppy, hello. So what I'm seeing in this is it's like a belief, a conditioning that you had within you that had to be pulled out at the root so that you could, you know, move on and do what you need to do. And you know, have that color in your life, that vibrancy, that vitality. So that's what I'm seeing with this tree. Is it was like a belief, a conditioning that you had instilled on you probably at a young age that again, you need to rip out at the root, like a weed. Basically, it was like something that was holding you back from your greatness, from your ultimate highest truth, your highest good. And it was something that needed to go, because you have bigger and better things to do than being in that small-minded frame of mind. So you had to rip it out and let it go. And then once you did, you could see the magic that was there for you all along, and that you just needed to tap into. Sorry, I'm just kind of laughing. I totally accidentally bumped her head on the table. She was okay. She's good. She's just sniffing around doing her. She's probably going to steal one of my socks. Yeah. So it's like you know what? Okay, so this Page of Cups has to do with this conditioning, this belief that was instilled on you, that was like deeply rooted into you. I'm almost getting it was like a wart in you, because that is something that, you know, it has deep roots deep down into your skin, is almost what I'm getting. And again, you know, a wart is like something that you don't necessarily want on you and living within you. And that's kind of what this belief is like. It was like something that wasn't good for you, something that was kind of detrimental to you and your progress, that was like deep within you, that you had to like pull out at the root. You had to freeze that shit off, kind of thing. So to me, again, this Page of Cups is just symbolizing this is something that happened when you were young, at a very young age, when you were immature, emotionally. And I'm not saying that to bash you or anybody. We all have to be in that place so that we can grow. That's what this life is all about. But it happened at a young, impressionable age, where anything that anybody said was like, okay, yeah, that's the truth. So it was definitely, I'm getting a family member or something like that, that was just, they're wounded themselves, and that's all they know or knew. So that's what they kind of put on you. And again, you were probably a child when this conditioning happened. So that was something that you very easily just took in. You're like, okay, this is the truth. And that dimmed your natural magic, your natural abilities, and your greatness. And so it's like with those, the roots being this rainbow that I'm seeing here mirrored in this card and in the star card, is like, it's like this is your magic, your childlike innocence, that you know, because when we're children we don't have so many things dampening our natural state of being, our natural light, right? So you come out as a little innocent child, and all of your magic and your greatness and your abilities are right there. They're not buried yet, right? So it's like when you were a child, all of these things were out, that magic was there, readily accessible and available to you. And then as you got older, that magic got put in the ground and buried, and you grew into this tree that was just conditioning from other people, and it was just plain, and that darkness and that closed-mindedness. So now you're learning, you're unlearning a whole lot. You're putting this conditioning in the ground instead. You're uprooting that magic that you always had within you, that was innate, that just got buried, really. So that's that message. It took a little bit to come out, but it's there. Then we have the pride priestess. The high priestess, guys. So again, this is learning to sit with the darkness and tap into your intuition. I'm getting a lot of crown and third eye chakra activity here with that. This is also the feminine energy. There's a lot of wisdom within this beautiful white tiger here. It's also very interesting that this is coming out considering we are in the year of the tiger. I'm just checking the orientation on some of these guys. Yeah, so I didn't think so. All right. So then we had the Eight of Wands. Again, this is the fast-moving gusto of energy, the we gotta do it now. So it's like, it feels like there's been a lot of lost time so far, because your greatness and your true essence of who you are and always have been has been buried for a long time. So now that you've uncovered that shit, you've ripped it out of the ground and you can see it now, you're like, oh my god, I've wasted so much time. I could have been doing this the whole time, but instead I was burying that shit and trying to be something that I'm not. So now it's like, it's fucking go time. Like, it is fucking go time, guys. It's go time here with this Knight of Wands. You want to just rush forward and go ahead and do all of the things, get all of the things done that are going to progress you forward on this path so that you can grow, you can have it all. So there's a lot of like, oh, we gotta go. Like, I'm like, we gotta go is the energy. I'm almost getting like a chariot energy where it's like, you better strap those fucking horses to your carriage and just like charge forward and be like, okay, we're doing this fucking thing. We're doing this for freedom is what I'm hearing. So again, a big like, gotta go, a lot of fire in a very good positive way. You're using that fire to the best of your ability, and it's going amazing so far. It seems like you're not burning people, you're not burning shit down. I don't know, I'm hearing burn the patriarchy. I don't know, but to me that message coming through is challenging like these standards that have been set so far by society, and choosing not to live in the same way that everybody else chooses to live, right? So yeah, it's not like you're specifically out there doing things to oppose the patriarchy. It's just like, I mean, you might be, and good on you for that, but it's like you're choosing to do things and live in a different way than other people might have been around you. You know what that might also be about is I was getting that it was very much a male figure, what I was talking about before, this negative person that was like, nah, you can't do that, man, that's not the way to live. So it was like a male figure that was imposing their views on life and how it should be lived on you. So that whole burn the patriarchy thing is just like choosing to not listen to that male figure and their way and their belief system, and choosing to do your own thing. So in a metaphorical sense, you're almost burning them. I mean, you're not burning them by purposely smiting them or doing anything, but it burns them and it triggers them because you're out there and you're just doing what feels good, what feels right to you, what makes you happy, and not listening to every little thing that they say. Okay, so last two cards, guys. I'm trying to wrap this up quickly because it's getting long. But we have the Magician. So again, you're out here, you're manifesting things. You know that your potential is infinite. You are a infinite divine being of light and love. You're pulling all of the tools you have at your disposal. We have the pentacles, we have the cups, we have the swords, we have the wands. You went out there, you experienced all those things. You're bringing it all together onto this magical table of manifestation. You're pulling that inspiration from the divine. You're bringing it all down here into the physical with you. You're brewing your stuff up and you're making it happen. You're making it work. So this is, I mean, technically the second card in the Major Arcana, because the first card is the Fool, number 0, but it's that number 1. So we have number 1, and then we have card 21 here with the world. So it's like, this is a big fucking leap. Like, this is a light years worth of a leap almost. But it's not impossible. Nothing is impossible. But what this is saying here is, I mean, obviously there's going to be a lot more things, a lot more steps blocking in this space from going from the magician all the way here to the world of, you know, starting the manifestation to seeing the fruits of that manifestation. But to me, this is just saying, like, you will get there. This is on the horizon to you. There will be a completion, a feeling of satisfaction in all of this. And I'm getting that you have guides here too. So there's an eagle spirit, there's a lion spirit, and a bull spirit around the wreath in the center of this card. And then there's also like a face here. I can't tell if this is a man or a woman's face, but for some reason I'm getting it's like the virgin, like Virgo kind of thing. I'm not sure if that's actually what that's supposed to be, but it's what I'm getting. And you know what is interesting here is we have here in the magician card this one wand in his hand, if you can see that, and then the world card, this woman has 2 wands in her hand. So something is really being pulled together, and in this time between this card and this card, you know, there's all the space that needs to be filled in. It's like you already have 1 wand that you need to start pulling that stuff in, but at some point down the line, near the end of this journey, you're going to get the other wand that is going to complete things, and then you have like double the power I'm seeing to be pulling things in and putting things out. So it's like you have one pulling the stuff in, and then the other one is putting the good things out. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. I hope so. I don't know, but there's a freedom, there's a vulnerability here to this completion. You know, she does not have any clothes on. She just has a beautiful wrap on her body. She's feeling herself. She's feeling very elegant, just like, oh, like it's reminding me of like those old Renaissance paintings, whatever they are, where the women are usually just like naked and they're just like lounging about with a very tasteful looking cloth, barely covering their unmentionables. And so it's just like luxury. You're gonna, yeah, that's what we're leading up to, is you doing your thing, working for the light, for the universe, for God, the spirit of truth, whatever it is that you believe in, or however it is that you identify the higher power that you're clearly here working for and doing your light working for. It is going to lead you to this life of luxury where you can relax, you can feel good, you know that everything is assured, you feel complete, you feel whole, you feel nourished, you feel satisfied by the work that you're doing and you have done. And again, I'm seeing this kind of luxury energy here with the, if all the cards don't fall, with the 9 of Pentacles here. So again, there is this abundance, this wealth, this completion. I don't know, once you go through this amazing, incredible journey that is ahead of you. So it seems like right now you are at this magician phase, right? So you know what it is that you got to do and you're working on it. So now you're trying to use all that fire, all that energy that you have up to be like, I got to go do the things. I got to catch up. Oh my God. Like that whole fucking energy, that is where you're coming in and you're manifesting this all. And you're like, okay, here's what I got. I'm just seeing somebody like with a bucket or something, just dumping out a bunch of different things onto a table. And you're like, okay, I got to do this. And I got to do this. And I got to bring this and blah, blah, blah. And you're just like, so much fire, so much craziness, so much like, oh my God, like a whirlwind of energy here. And you're bringing that all together. You're manifesting something. You're pulling that divine inspiration down into yourself and out here into the 3D. You're bring it on, baby. And yeah, I don't know. You're manifesting things. You're making it happen. This is the starting point. Then you have this whole other journey that will unfold during God knows how much time. It's going to be a lifetime of work for sure, is something that I get. And then, but eventually you will be feeling this world energy. You will be like, I have the world at my fingertips. I feel so complete, so whole, so energized, so vitalized, so satisfied with everything that I'm doing. Like, oh, I have it all. So I can just lounge, enjoy my luxury that I have worked up and built up for myself, and just feel it. Yeah. I don't know. Okay, so I think that's going to be everything I have for this portion of today's reading, guys. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope it made sense and I wasn't fumbling over myself for too long. I will be moving on over to my Patreon page to do the extended reading where I pulled the oracle cards just to cap everything off. So, yeah, I do also offer personal readings right now. They're $40 Canadian, or they are $40 Canadian right now. Makes it seem like I'm going to change it. I'm not. $40 Canadian per an hour or more of a reading. I aim for an hour, but I will absolutely go over just to make sure that all of the messages get out for you. So all the info is in the description below the video for this. So if you want to hit me up, many different avenues for you to reach me, again, in the description below. So just let me know if you would like a reading. If you message me, let me know that it's a reading inquiry, okay? So that I make sure that I message you in a timely manner, okay? So have a wonderful rest of your day, guys. Thank you so much for being here and for tuning in. I really appreciate your presence here. Thank you for all your support. Again, I wish you so much luck and light and love with this whole situation, with your whole fabulous journey you got going on here. You're doing amazing, light worker. You're doing amazing. Keep going. You will get here. Okay, you will have that abundance and life of luxury. So good luck. You got this. Stick with it. And yeah, have a wonderful rest of your day, night, my buddy, week, and I will see you all real soon. All right, goodbye, guys.